Hello, good afternoon, Omkars.
Hello. Yes, good afternoon. Hello. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, right now.
Yes. Can you tell me about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Omkar. I'm from Nanded. I have more than 1 year experience from IT industry. From last 1 year, I have working as an Angular developer. Yes.
Okay. How many years of experience do you have in Angular?
1 year.
Okay. First, we will start with JavaScript.
Okay.
What is the difference between call by value and call by reference?
What is difference between
Call by value and call by reference.
call by ID and call by class, right?
Nice. No, call by value and call by reference.
Sorry.
Hello. Okay, no problem. What is hosting?
Okay, hoisting is a JavaScript mechanism in which all declaration of variable and function are moved to the top of the scope.
Okay, and how many types of scope? And can you start the camera?
Yes, sure.
Okay. What are the types of scope?
Sorry, can't hear.
Hello?
What are the type of
Scope. Scope.
scope?
Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, right now just a minute. Okay, there are a global scope and function scope.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is mean by pure function?
Your function. Function which have its name.
Okay. What is mean by DOM?
Document objects module. That's a DOM.
Can you tell me the definition of it?
In DOM, document objects module, it's a JavaScript module, and in which we get the value from HTML to the JavaScript.
Okay. What is the difference between primitive and non-primitive data type?
Primitive data type are holds value, and non-primitive data types holds reference.
Okay. And what is the difference between late, var, and const?
Okay. Var is a global scope variable, and late and cost are functions variable. In var, we can reassign the variables again and again. In late also, we can reassign the value of the late, but in const, the value is like it's a constant value. Okay, and var is a globally scope variable. And other than the late and const, these are the function scope variable.
Is hoisting possible in late and const?
Yes.
Okay. but it also throw an error. What is mean by iffy?
What is meant by
Iffy.
if he was immediately invoked function?
Can you explain it more?
Okay, immediately invoked function means okay, it's within the function.
What is ES6?
ES6 ES6 is the latest version of JavaScript. It's more features than like older JavaScript. Late and const are declared in ES6. Also, rest operator and spread operator. Those are the introduced by ES6. And yeah, in latest we are using ES6 features.
Okay. What is mean by closure?
Closure is a JavaScript function. It's a it's a lexical scope.
And what is the lexical scope?
Sorry.
What is the lexical scope?
Lexical scope is the scope of parent.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know about currying function?
No.
Okay. What is a temporal dead zone?
What is
Temporal dead zone, TDZ.
PD? Sorry, I can't.
Can you get my voice?
Yes, I get it.
Okay. What is the difference between rest and spread operator?
In spread operator, the element of array we can we can spread them in one element. In rest operator, uh, rest operator, we do the equal from spread operator. Opposite in the spread operator.
Can you show me example of both?
Yeah, okay. I will try my best.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Okay, let it be. Is JavaScript single threaded or multiple threaded?
JavaScript is a single threaded.
Okay. And how can we convert it multiple thread?
Okay, JavaScript is a single threaded language. That's mean it's executed by one. And if you want to like multi-threaded, then we are using asynchronous programming in our JavaScript.
What is mean by callback function?
A function called after some time, it's called callback function.
What is the higher order function?
A function, a function which a function which call as an argument, it's called a higher order function.
Okay. What is promise?
Promise is a JavaScript object which gives some value in the future. In JavaScript, we are using promise to do a synchronous programming, and promises are having a 4 state: resolve, reject, pending, and settled.
What is async await?
Async await, it's synthetically sugar coated over the promises. Without promises, we are not using async await.
What is mean by event bubbling and event capturing?
Bubbling and event capture. Oh, sorry.
What is mean by reduce method?
Reduce. It's a higher order function in JavaScript. reduce function. With the help of reduce function, we can like to do sum of the arrays. It's one of the type of higher order function.
Okay, what is set timeout?
If you want to call some function after some timeout, then we are using the timeout function. That's called set timeout.
Okay, suppose I want to stop the interval created by set interval method. Which method do you use?
After some time,
Yes, stop the set interval.
set interval function.
Yes, I want to stop the set interval function.
Yeah,
Which you use?
set timeout.
Okay. What is mean by first order function?
First order function.
Yes.
First order function. A function which store in a variable. It's called first order function.
And what is a first class function?
Sorry, first class function. Function which store in a variable is called first class function. First order function. First order.
Okay. What is a unary function?
What is?
Unary function.
No.
Okay. Do you know what is the difference between session storage and local storage?
Yeah. Local storage are store data in our local. It's expire or it's remove when we are close our windows, and session storage data which are also remove and close after the session is closed.
What are the operators we have in session storage and local storage?
Set data, get data, and clear.
Okay. And suppose I want to convert JavaScript object into JSON, which is
JavaScript object convert into
JSON, means normal object into JSON.
JSON, normal object into JSON. .json stringy file.
Okay, what is mean by debouncing?
Debouncing. I can't recall.
Okay, do you know when we use prevent default method?
Which method? Default.
Prevent default.
Default. When we use after the page refresh, at the refresh of the page time, we are using prevent default.
Okay. What is mean by shallow copy and deep copy?
No.
Okay. Do you know the difference between call, bind, and apply?
No.
Okay, we will start with Angular.
Yeah.
What are the basic building blocks of Angular?
Basic.
Building blocks of Angular.
Basic buildings of Angular. If you are talking about basic buildings of Angular, those are the components, module, services, and modal. These are the basic building blocks of the Angular.
Okay. What is mean by components?
Components are it's the Angular basic buildings in which we are binding the data UI to the we are binding the data between HTML to the JavaScript.
Okay. What is mean by decorator and which type?
Decorator. Decorator are the which give the specific behavior to the element of the it's give the specific behavior to the element. And talking about the types, input decorator, output decorator.
Only these are? There are other some.
Decorator, output decorator.
Okay. What is mean by directive?
Directives.
Yes.
Directives are use specific behavior to the directives. Sorry.
Okay. Suppose I want to transfer the data from parent to child or child to parent. Which method you use?
If you want to data transfer to the parent to child, then we are using input decorator. And if you want to transfer data between child to parent, then we are using output decorator.
Okay. In output decorator, which is used? How output decorator works?
Output decorators are work. Suppose if you want to transfer data child parent to the child to the parent component, then
Can you show me examples for output decorator?
okay, I will try.
Okay. Input output both. First show me for input. Pass this title or child.
Sorry.
Here there is a title declaration at number 11. You can pass the title to the child component.
Okay.
Use the child selector. In HTML. App component means for parents. Add this on parent component. Now bind the property at line number 4 you have added now. Data add here.
Data.
All both.
Sorry.
You are passing the data from parent to child. So title is a property of parent and data is property of child. So pass both here. Write this code here on line number 6.
Line number 6. Here.
Yes. Yes. Data equal to title. And add a square bracket means property binding. Because data is a property of child component, you are getting no square bracket.
Square bracket.
Yes, and go to the child component. Remove that colon and instead of title, add data here. Give a colon, type C, and now console in ng on init data.
Here.
Yes,
Data.
in the console, add this in the console.
Yes.
Now run the application. You can check the answer.
Angular.
Yes. Okay. So when we use pipe transform method,
Pipe.
transform method means interface.
Pipe is a function we are using to transform out input value to the transformed value.
What is the difference between pure and impure pipe?
A pure pipe in which angular detect the parameter and value, and in impure pipe the detection of the parameter in either any way, like parameter or value.
Okay. What is a sink pipe?
Sorry.
What is a view encapsulation?
What is
View encapsulation.
doing capture? Sorry.
View encapsulation.
No. I don't know.
Okay. What is data binding in Angular?
Data binding in Angular. If you want to binding the data between HTML to TS file, then we are using data binding in Angular. There are 4 types of data binding, like interpolation, two-way data binding, event binding, and property binding.
Okay. Can you show me an example of NG model, means two-way data binding?
Okay, I will try.
Instead of value, you can add NG model there. Remove that value. in the add bracket
for
for
data.
ANG no, for ANG model. Parenthesis. And at line number 11, add string interpolation, double curly braces, and add data to it. Okay. What is the difference between promises and observable?
Okay. Promises and observable. Promises, observables are lazy, and promises are eager. Observables, if you want to get the data, then we have to subscribe the observables. But in promise, we don't need that. Observables are emits the data in multiple values, and in promises, we get the data at only one time. And in observables, we have option to unsubscribe the data, then that we can stop the data. And in promises, we don't have that option.
What is the difference between lazy loading and eager loading? Okay. What is mean by services?
What is meant by
Services.
okay? Services are it's a services are we are using services in Angular to apply the logic to the whole application. It's with the help of services, we can apply the logic to throughout the component and in every module.
Okay. What is dependency injection?
Okay. Dependency injections, if you want to inject some services or some properties or methods from the outside to that component, then we are using the dependency injection. It's one of the to decouples the classes in components. If we want to apply some other properties and methods at the time, we are using dependency injection.
Okay. What is routing in Angular?
Routing in Angular, it's a mechanism in which we can navigate from one page to the another page. If you want to go to the home page, to the about page, and in the next page, then we are using routing mechanism in Angular.
Okay. Suppose I want to move from home page to about page. In how
Okay.
many ways I can go through routing?
In how many ways to give the routing, to give the path to the both component, and child routing also.
No,
And
means from HTML as well as from TS. If I want to move from navbar or means anything from HTML page, then how can you navigate?
with the help of routing and with the help of services also.
Means which attribute you use?
Which attribute? Router link.
Okay, and in from TypeScript?
TypeScript. Router dependency injection. We have to inject router.
Okay. Do you know about any means routing guard?
Yeah. Can active and can deactive. These are the routing guard in routing.
Okay. What does resolver do?
In can active, if you want to navigate, if you don't want to open or to navigate the some specific route, then we are using the can active guard. And in can deactive, vice versa, if you want to don't want to show the other paths, then we are using can deactive.
What is resolver? Okay. Do you know what is form builder?
Builder. Builder. It's forms in Angular.
Okay, means for which form we use form builder to create?
Reactive form, I guess. Sorry, template driven forms.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the difference between reactive form and template driven form?
Difference between reactive forms and we have to inject forms module for the template driven forms in our app.module.ts. And for a reactive form, we import the reactive form modules. And in reactive form modules, our data it's bind to the TS to the HTML, and in template driven forms, our data is binding from HTML to TS.
Okay. What are the life cycle hooks we have?
Life cycle hooks.
Yes.
In Angular, there are in Angular the from component in initial to the destroy. There is some stages. Those stages are called life cycle hooks. Talking about the life cycle hooks, constructor, ng on changes, ng on it, ng do check, ng view init, ng view after content, ng view content check, ng view, and at the last there is ng destroy. These are the life cycle hooks in Angular.
Okay. And when ng on changes triggered?
Ng on changes. Okay. Ng on after the component initialization, then ng on changes is regard.
Okay. When any input property has been changed, that time ng on changes method triggered. Okay. Do you know RxJS?
Yes.
What is it?
RxJS is a reactive extension JavaScript library which introduced by Angular, which is help to the it's asynchronous JavaScript in Angular.
What is the difference between subject, behavioral subject, and replay subject?
Sorry, I can't.
Okay. Is Angular is client-side rendering or server-side rendering?
Client side.
And what we use to make it server-side?
HTTP and other modules.
Okay, no problem. What is a sync subject?
Sync subject.
Yes.
No.
Do you know wildcard route?
Yeah, I wildcard route means if users go to the routing page and if there is a no navigation path there, then we are using wildcard routing. This shows that there is a no path related to the routing.
Okay. can you write an algorithm for means this year is leap or not?
This
Means if you add any year which is leap or not.
sorry, I am not ready for the like algorithms.
Okay. Take an array and remove the duplicate element from it. Okay. Remove the duplicate element from this. You have written the wrong syntax for each method.
Sorry.
You have written wrong syntax for each method.
But for each. uh,
You are using for each method.
Fine.
When we use find method,
If you want to find the element in array or to compare the index,
okay. Use filter or map method.
index. Yeah, I think.
Okay, you can check it after the interview. I have completed from my side. Do you have any questions for me?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.